What's up? So yeah, so I'm gonna start talking about, this is a shout out to all my YouTube friends. Um, but this is really what my burden has been, and I'm not sure of who all is with me here, but I wanted to post this video on my MySpace because this is really what God has called me to be. And he's given me a burden for people of my generation who is looking for love, and I wanted to know really of how many people are out there who have a burden like me. And there's so many teenagers out there in the world. There's so many people in the schools that are hurting so much and that are just looking for love, and we just kind of just sit back and we just, oh, they need God, but we never ever go up to them and be like, hey, God loves you with an everlasting love, and he's going to hold you, and he's never going to let go, and nobody ever has the guts to go up to them and be like, God loves you. Okay, and I don't understand that. I mean, our flesh is just killing us. They're like, oh well, they're gonna humiliate you. They're gonna think you're an idiot. You're gonna be the school joke, and everything. And it works because it's what our flesh never likes. We like to be popular. We like to be liked. We like to be loved. And you know what? I think that we have our own friends, we have our own family, we have our own God who's going to love us till the end of the earth, that we don't really need those people to think that we're cool or to think that we're popular or whatever. And we just need to start reaching out to people because there's so many new emo and teen kids, okay, that are just hurting and that are just looking for a love that's going to just never gonna let them go, and they're looking for it in the world, and it's never gonna come out through the world because they're just gonna keep getting heartbroken and keep getting lost, and they're just gonna not know what to do, and there's a love that is just so much better than the world that they're looking in. And we have to give them that. We have to give them that hope because we are their only hope. Because God has put us in this world for a certain plan and a purpose. And He knows that our generation is going to change the world, okay? But we have to start with our schools. We have to start with our friends. We have to start with people that we know who are hurting. People in our neighborhood. People in our community. People in our churches. And we're going to start a movement, okay? We have so much power in this generation. It just breaks my heart. And there's just so many people who are just hurting and looking for God, and especially in our generation. And we just need to just rise up, and we need to just forget about ourselves and forget about being popular and forget about being the all that person. And we just need to just start ministering to them. I mean, there's just, oh my goodness, it just breaks my heart to see people walking by and just being all sad and depressed because they don't know that there's a love, and it's our job to reach out to them and to reach a lending or a helping hand, and it's our job to tell them that there is a love that is bigger than anything else in the world. And there's just, oh my goodness, it just sometimes overwhelms me because of how many great people are going to be great leaders as soon as they know God, and I just kind of always wonder why are we always so scared, because God was humiliated when He died on the cross, okay? People criticized Him. People called Him a hypocrite. People cursed at Him. People spat on Him. And I mean, people aren't doing that to us because we like God, And it just, every time I think of it, it just really it's almost if we don't share the word to people, if we don't share the gospel, if we don't tell people that God loves them, it's almost like we're prideful, and it's almost like we don't want people to have God because it almost sounds like that. I mean, even though you don't feel that way, it really is, because if you think about it, I mean, you're not really going to get spat on or cursed at. I mean, even if you are, I mean, God was beaten, okay? He was nailed. His hands were nailed on the cross. His feet were nailed on the cross, okay? And shouldn't that be enough? I mean, I just don't know, but this is really a shout out to everybody on my MySpace, and I just want to see who else is out there who wants to start a movement. We could literally start like a hippie movement or something, okay? This is our generation. Our generation has such passion for things. Like, when they want something, they get it. Okay, if they want a cookie, they'll get it. I mean, I'm not trying to be stupid, but, I mean, we have such a passion in us, and God has set our generation as a God generation, but we need to start going out and ministering to people and ministering to people on the street, and to not be afraid, because God is with us, and God is bigger than us, and He knows what we're going to do, and He knows that we can change the world. We can change a nation. And I just want to see, like, if anybody would care to reply to this at all, but